Today we're going to show you how to properly adjust your air brakes on your trailer.
You on out there? Alright, let's get this thing moving.
Make sure that your truck brakes are set, the yellow knob is pulled out, and chock your trailer wheels. Make sure the red knob is pushed in, supplying air to the trailer. Alright guys, today we're going to show you how to properly adjust your air brakes. Bill's going to talk to you about what's needed for the job, and then we're going to get to it.
Alright, first thing you're going to have just a regular old flathead screwdriver. With these particular slack adjusters, we've got a 7/16 short socket on a long 3/8 ratchet. And this is a handy little tool to check the gap on your check your lining on your brake shoes. On this side is 5/16 of an inch, and it measures if your brakes are below that, then they're worn out and need to be replaced. On this end, it means your brakes are less than 50% if this will not go in the gap between your brake shoes. This end is not used quite as much as this. You need to check for wear on your brake drums too. I will show you how to do this when we go under the trailer.
Alright guys, let's get to it.
Alright guys, now we're underneath the trailer. I'm at the back of the trailer looking toward the front. As you can see, there's the tire, the brake drum, brake shoe. Right there is going to be the slack adjuster. So Bill's going to show you the proper way to make sure everything's good to go on here.
Alright, when you come under here, you want to make sure everything's in good working order. You want to check for any cracks along your brake shoes, and you want to look inside here where the axle meets the wheel, where your wheel seal is, and make sure that your wheel seal is not leaking. Some people will argue with me over this, but if it's wet anywhere around the wheel seal, it is leaking. Some people say it's just seeping. Well, if it's just seeping, it's leaking. Any leaks or cracks in your brake shoes will get you shut down by the DOT. Okay, this is the gauge I was talking about previously. With a small end, you want to stick it in the gap in between. There is plenty of room for this to go in there. These brakes are still very much within DOT specs. In fact, it's just a little less than 50% on the brake shoes. You also want to check and make sure your drums are not grooved out too bad, which these are not. You want to check for any cracks, make sure your drum is good and solid and doesn't have any split places in it, and there any heat marks where they've been overheated. Okay, to adjust the brakes, what I always do is with this particular slack adjuster is put your ratchet in the tightening down mode, tighten them down, go all the way down until you feel it bottom out. Then put the ratchet in reverse, and I always turn it a half a turn back. There's your half a turn. Now the brakes should be adjusted properly. Now you want to adjust or check the stroke on your slack adjuster. I take a flathead screwdriver and stick in behind the slack adjuster, and you want an 1 to 2 inch travel right here. If for some reason you cannot move this, you need to probably back your brakes all the way off. Would be the best way to check it. Would be to back the brakes all the way off, and then take and see what kind of free play you've got on your S-cam. See if you've got any free play on this end where the slack adjuster is. There's bushings in here and there's bushings out here. You want to check and make sure you don't have any slack there. If you do, this will cause problems and may eventually cause a wreck, and it will get you shut down by DOT. But just make sure you've got 1 to 2 inch travel on your slack adjuster, which the best way to do it would be to take a tape measure and measure from here and then watch your stroke. And that should be pretty much it.
All right, guys. Now you know how to adjust your air brakes. Good luck with it.